Someone you love is going to die. You already know this. And when it happens, you will gather people, prepare the body, say words over it, mark a spot, and return to that spot for years. The question is not why you do this. The question is how long humans have been doing this, and what it says about the mind you carry right now. The answer reaches back further than language, further than farming, further than anything you were taught in school. In 2015, paleoanthropologist Lee Berger led a team deep inside the Rising Star Cave system in South Africa. They found the remains of Homo naledi, a species that lived 300,000 years ago with a brain 1/3 the size of yours. The bodies had not been dragged there by predators. No claw marks, no flooding. The bones were placed, deliberately, in a chamber so deep that reaching it required crawling through passages barely wide enough for a human body. Berger's team proposed the unthinkable, that a species without symbolic language was deliberately disposing of its dead. Something that looks like ritual behavior around death may predate the species you belong to entirely. So what does that mean for you? It means the impulse you feel to not simply leave a body, to do something, is not a cultural invention. It is not something your civilization created. It is something so deep in your lineage, it may have existed before your species did. Now go to roughly 100,000 years ago, Qafzeh Cave, in what is now Israel. Archaeologists found the graves of at least 15 early Homo sapiens. Inside those graves, red ochre, shells carried from a coastline 30 kilometers away, and a child buried with deer antlers placed intentionally across its body. Someone walked 30 kilometers and chose specific objects to place around someone who had died. Archaeologist Irela Hovers concluded that these early humans understood death as a threshold, an event worthy of ceremony, of symbolic investment. Here is what your brain will want to do right now. It will want to assume those ancient humans thought about death the way you do. Resist that. Because what the record actually shows is stranger. The rituals came before the explanations. Anthropologist Paul Predate argues that the earliest death rituals were not religious in any organized sense. They were social. A body is a problem. It attracts predators. It upsets the group. And more than that, it is a constant, visible reminder that the person who belonged to this group no longer belongs to it. The ritual is a way of processing a rupture in the social fabric. The ceremony is not for the dead. It is for the living. Think about that. Every funeral you have ever attended was not, at its core, about the person in the coffin. It was about the people standing around it, trying to restitch a hole in their world. That impulse, to restitch, is ancient. It is built into you at a level that predates your language, your culture, your name. When Berger's team crawled into that cave and found those carefully placed bones, they were finding the earliest known evidence of something that still happens in every hospital corridor, every living room where someone has just stopped breathing, and the people who loved them are standing very still, not quite knowing what to do, but knowing, without being told, that something must be done. Your ancestors figured out what that something was. They passed it forward through hundreds of thousands of years, not in writing, not in law, but in the muscle memory of grief itself. And when you feel the pull toward a memory, a grave, a photograph of someone gone, you are not being sentimental. You are being ancient. You are running the oldest software your species ever wrote. Someone you love is going to die, and you already know exactly what you will do. You always have.